Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler, head currency analyst. In this video we're going to take a look at the Forex market wrap. We're going to go through the key charts of the week and see what's happened, and basically the dollar weakness that we expected to follow through has followed through. The dollar index, for instance, has broken through that $92 level and was in pretty much free fall, and we can see that via euro US dollar after the price broke out of these 1.19 or 1.2 highs pretty much just through here, and ever since the market has continued to rally to the upside. And one thing that we spoke about this week was that 4-hour trend, and identifying the fact that until the 4-hour trend really starts to change, that we can look for a short-term relief to that dollar. And we talked about the idea of bouncing off 1.2 and heading off of that 1.19 area, where we expected that trend to either continue or break to the downside, depending on how the dollar reacted to that $92 level. Now, strength and weakness suggested that the market would break to the upside. We've seen that now, and we've seen this 4-hour trend continue ever since. And, you know, looking at the weekly time frame, we've now broken into some new highs on the weekly time frame. How is the market going to react now we've done that? So this weekly trend has continued. The next thing for us is to try and spot areas of support and resistance on these higher time frames. And the next point of resistance for me is up around about 1.2250. If the market heads anywhere towards there, we may start seeing a little bit of reaction. And what's interesting on this weekly time frame so far is the market has this confirmed high just through here. We've pulled back and the market's making a higher high, but at the moment the RSI is not agreeing that this is a higher high currently. So if we were to rally up into this 122 area, we may see a rejection, which may lead to a bit of some downside on this weekly time frame, just back into the key supporting areas. So that'll be an interesting watch going into next week. We may see some short-term further upside. Maybe the week after we'll see a little bit of downside, but the dollar is typically weak this time of year through to the end of December. So what we may actually see is a couple more weeks of bullishness until the end of December, then start seeing in the new year the dollar strength coming back into the markets. Pound has been an interesting one as well. Lots of Brexit chatter and lots of stumbling blocks when it comes to Brexit, but still pound's had a really good week. We've come right down from these 133s all the way up into the 135s now. Really good move on the pound. Despite the sort of breakdown in negotiations on Brexit, the pound has continued to rally up into this resistance area through here. So it'll be interesting to see how the market does react going into this point. We are heading into an overbought condition again on the weekly time frame. The last time the market did that through here, we saw a little bit of a rejection of this main level and a pullback. Are we going to maybe get the same again and we pull back down into sort of the 125s again? That'll be something that we'll keep an eye on. But if price breaks to the upside, pound could really be the one to watch going forward. Dollar CAD was another one on our list to keep an eye on, that 1.3 level. We said would be really important. Again, watch that 4-hour time frame. Really keep an eye on that 4-hour trend. When you start seeing that 4-hour trend move within the weeks, you can see that the market just continues to press lower. And after breaking that 129, 1.3 level, the market's just been down ever since. And this has really been backed up by that oil moving higher, trading above that $44 area, and we can see that that market has obviously helped dollar CAD push to the downside. So expecting more falls here on the dollar until the end of the year, like we said. So keeping an eye on the likes of dollar CAD. One commodity that has benefited as well is gold. The 1760 level was something that I was watching going into this week as well. Nice little weekly supporting point through here. The market came into that area and bounced straight off of it, and we've got this nice little pullback into the previous structure lows. So what we may see is another drop back down into the level and a continuation, or just a slight pullback and a breakout, because if that dollar weakness is going to continue, Gold will likely benefit from the back of that. We may even see a rally up into sort of this resistance trend line just through here. So it'd be interesting to see what happens here. But gold approaching lows, be a little bit more cautious about buying this where it is right now. If it does break through these levels, then yeah, look for that further upside. We may even get a pullback into that high, slight pullback, rally up into the trend line resistance. But this week, dollar weakness is the topic going into next week, and I'll speak to you in the market outlook.